Welcome to Residual. I'm your host, OhioJimbo. Now, before we begin, I want you to know something. The goal of this podcast isn't to challenge your faith, frighten you into believing in the paranormal, or convince you that spirits are lurking in the shadows. This is simply my personal journey, a journey into science, the stories, and the strange patterns that have led me to believe without a shadow of a doubt that ghosts can and do exist. So, if you've ever felt a chill where no wind should be, if you've ever stood in a place and felt eyes on you, though you were alone, stay with me. Because tonight, we're going to explore why some energy never dies. Science says energy can't be destroyed, so where does yours go when you die? We all learned the same thing in science class. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only changed from one form to another. It's a fact so familiar, we don't think about it. But maybe that law of physics is the very reason ghosts exist. Every living human has an energy field. You felt it. The pull towards certain people, the instinct to avoid others. Energy fields attract, repel, and sometimes ignore each other completely. In life, this energy moves with us, tracing invisible paths through our daily routines. But when we die, the body stops. The energy doesn't. It lingers, like heat radiating from a fire long after the flames are gone. And if that energy was charged by strong emotion, grief, joy, rage, mischief, it can become imprinted, repeating its old patterns again and again. Now, most of the time, we can't see these fields, but under certain conditions, deep darkness, still air, no competing electrical interference, the veil between us and them thins. That's why hauntings are often reported in old houses, abandoned on quiet nights. The atmosphere becomes charged like a giant battery. A thunderstorm only strengthens the effect. And then the field becomes visible, not as a person, but as an imprint, a shimmering afterimage, still walking the same invisible trail. And if you've ever felt a ghost is chasing you, maybe it was. Not out of malice, but because your living field called to theirs. Energy seeks other energy. Now, if their field was once drawn to yours in life by love, hate, or obsession, it may still be, even now. And your energy field that's been transferred to you may have come from someone previous that's no longer with us. So those energy fields may still attract or repel. Now, people think cemeteries are the most haunted places of all. The truth is, they're not. The dead rarely die where they're buried. Energy remains where it was built, in the places where they lived their final moments. The real energy in cemeteries comes from the living. When we go there and grieve, we pour our emotion into the air, sorrow, anger, longing. And if we return often enough, our feelings cut a groove in the invisible field, like a worn path through the grass. Sometimes, that emotional echo keeps replaying long after the mourner is gone. The true haunts? A site of a violent accident, the ground where soldiers fell in battle, the quiet hospital room where someone took their last breath. Here the energy doesn't just linger, it thrashes, loops, and learns to move without the body that made it. A ghost is not a dead person. It's the energy of a living one that never learned how to stop moving. So the next time you hear that noise, you sense someone's watching you, you feel like you're not alone, maybe you're not. What you've just heard isn't meant to turn your world upside down or leave you afraid of every creak in the dark. My purpose is the same as when we began: to share why I believe ghosts aren't just the dead walking, but the living lingering. If this journey through the unnatural, the paranormal, or the just plain unexplainable has you curious for more, subscribe and come back, because next time we might not be talking about ghosts at all. We might be chasing the things that aren't supposed to exist. Until then, keep your eyes open and remember, some energy never leaves.